You're about to enter the Reb Zone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Beat them down!
For the first time since 2009, the Rebels make themselves comfortable in someone else's house.
Who's out? Who's out?
We're breaking down a huge road win at New Mexico.
Go!
From the big runs, to the heart-stopping catches, to the clutch defensive stops, it's time to bathe in victory.
What's up?
Buckle up for some fun.
That's what I'm talking about, baby!
Right now in the Reb Zone.
We are going to enjoy the hell out of this one.
Rebels, Rebels, Rebels.
This is the Reb Zone Sports Show, only on Fox 5.
Welcome inside the Reb Zone after a very important Rebel win last night in New Mexico. Kevin Bollinger alongside UNLV head football coach Bobby Houck, and congratulations on getting that big road win.
Well, thanks, buddy. It was fun. Obviously, you were there and got to see a lot of what went on, and you know, watching those highlights and just that quick view into it brought a real smile to my face. It's so fun. Watching our guys enjoy themselves, especially on the road.
We like reviewing the big wins, and let's start breaking this one down from the opening drive to the locker room celebration. We're going to begin with the first half, and it was clear from the get-go that this was going to be a track meet.
Let's go, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 1, 2, 3, dominate! Win on me, 1, 2, 3. Beat them down!
Emotions were high and the tempo was fast-paced from the beginning. New Mexico took the opening kickoff and drove down the field in less than 3 minutes, capping the drive on this 22-yard touchdown run by Casey Carrier, and it was 7-0 Lobos. After UNLV went 3 and out, the Lobos capitalized. On 3rd and 8, the option and the pitch to Carlos Wiggins, who goes 62 yards, making it 14-0. The Rebels welcomed Marcus Sullivan back for his first game of the season, and he immediately made his presence felt. Racing down the sideline 69 yards to get UNLV on the board, it was 14-7. Then the Rebel defense came up with a big turnover. Watch Taj Hassan as he rips the ball away from the Lobo receiver, and UNLV was in business. They went to their bag of tricks. Sullivan gets the ball and throws it downfield to Anthony Williams. It was 1st and goal at the 7. Tim Cornette pounded it in from there to tie things up at 14 less than 9 minutes into the game. The Lobos answered as Wiggins takes it in from the 10 to make it 21-14 at the end of the first quarter. On the first play of the second, Caleb Herring hits Taylor Barnhill. That ties things up at 21. After the Lobos quickly took the lead back, Devontae Davis stepped up big. The nice run after the catch, and he's not stopping. The barn burner was on as it was 28-all. Once again, New Mexico marched downfield as the Rebel defense struggled to contain the triple option. 35-28 Lobos. The D was gassed, but UNLV's offense kept returning serve. Cornette ran it in from the 9 to tie things back up, and the first half ended with 749 combined total yards, a 35-35 score, and the question of will either offense be stopped?
Rebels! Rebels! Rebels!
That was a wild first half. Have you ever seen anything like that in your career?
I guess that takes me back to the 80s when nobody could figure out the passing game, and you know, it was an absolutely wild first half. You know, credit goes to them a little bit. They gave us some wrinkles in their option offense that we weren't ready for. They used their open date successfully on both sides of the ball, but you know, we didn't play very well on defense the first half, and we went to the locker room, got some things fixed and adjusted out, and then we basically played better the second half. We got off blocks, we tackled, and you know, them going through us like they were going on air was not very good, and our guys they were pretty fired up at halftime.
When you go into the locker room, do you separate out defense, offense, and do those defensive coaches start doing those breakdowns and adjustments right away?
Yeah, we do. You know, the halftimes, I mean, we have an exact number of minutes that we do certain things. When we go in there, the staffs break out and go fix what they need to fix and adjust what they need to adjust. I take the team and for about a minute and make a couple of points on the first half. After the defense and offensive coaches talked, and I have a couple special teams adjustments, and we're back out there to play.
There was an extended halftime last night because it
Probably
was
a good thing.
homecoming. And I was going to say, how beneficial was that just for the rest and the oxygen with the elevation, but also more time to kind of go over the adjustments?
We needed that extra 5 minutes on the defensive side of the ball, and made good use of it, obviously, and came out with a lot of fire and passion and played very well in the second half. But the first half was a little scary.
Offensively, Marcus Sullivan returns for his first game of the year. How much does he change what you guys can do with this offense?
Well, Marcus is an explosive player, as was exhibited with the reverse for a touchdown. He was really excited to play. It was great for him to get back out there. His teammates were fired up for him, and he was fired up to be with them on the trip. And obviously, he had an impact on the game.
He ran it, he caught it, he passed it all
Yeah,
in the
he threw
first
one,
half.
huh?
It's kind of fun to see. Now, we talked about the defensive adjustments, and basically those paid off huge in the second half. The Rebels turned in a 30 minutes to remember on their way to a very emotional win.
Get warmed up. Let's go.
The Rebel offense picked up right where they left off to start the second half. Herring threw to Devontae Davis 5 times on the 75-yard drive. The last, a great grab for a score and an attempted high five with the official. UNLV had its first lead of the game. After the Rebel defense forced a 3-and-out, Cornette did something that he's never done before in his 4 years at UNLV, lost a fumble. That led to Cole Gauchi finding Wiggins for a 43-yard strike, and we were tied up one more time, 42-42. New Mexico wouldn't come close to scoring again. Carrier was on his way to a big gain, but Tani Baca punches the ball out. Kenneth Penny recovers it for the Rebels, and UNLV started the fourth quarter with momentum on both sides of the ball. The pivotal drive of the game for the Rebels began at their own 20 with 11:35 left, and it was a steady diet of Cornette early before Herring started throwing and connecting with receivers. The 15-play drive capped by this beautiful tiptoe catch by Davis in the corner of the end zone. It gave UNLV the lead for good. The defense slammed the door shut, and Cornette triple-locked it with his 75-yard touchdown run to put the game away. All that was left was to give a bath to Coach Houck.
What's up?
And a whole lot of celebrating. The road losing streak is history. A winning streak is alive at 3 games, and UNLV took a right turn at Albuquerque with a thrilling 56-42 win and a raucous locker room afterwards.
There's only one thing better than winning at home, and that's winning on the road. Hey, it's a long time coming. You all deserve it. I'm so freaking proud of you guys.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, with the Rebels, the victory today. Hey, with the Rebels, we're scarlet and gray. From the mountains around us to far across the sea. We're away with the Rebels of UNLV. UNLV, go fight way.
Those moments like that in the locker room afterwards, those are really what college sports are all about.
It is. It's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be exciting. There should be a dang scene in there you win. As I always say, these college football games are huge to all of our teams every week. I mean, we only get one a week, and it's a big deal, and that certainly was a big deal for our guys.
You got the bath there at the end of the game. That you don't see that very often. Do you like that, or do you tell the players, "Hey, next time, guys, keep it down"?
I think it's awesome. Our guys, we haven't had much chance to do that stuff. These guys, this is all kind of new territory for the guys on our team, and they're enjoying the heck out of the last 3 weeks. And we want to get out of September in contention. We are. We're playing with a lot of moxie and a lot of confidence right now, and I'm fired up for them.
The adjustments you made at defense in the second half, they only put up a 7 spot on the board in the second half. They did that in the first couple of minutes of the game. So the defense obviously took to their assignments, kind of stayed in their positions that they needed to.
They did. It was a dang track meet in the first half, and kind of wildly disappointing because we were we were ready to play, but we didn't play well, and we tinkered with it a little bit. But as you can see on the tape, we're just getting off blocks and making plays, and that's the essence of it. Playing better, doing your job, and that's how you get wins.
Offensively, Devontae Davis had himself a day, didn't he? 10 catches, 164 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Monster game by him. And, you know, at wide receiver, they can take you away some, but they were conscious of the run game. And then, obviously, with Sullivan and some of the other guys in there making some plays, he wound up with the ability to get the ball come his way. And when he did, he made this play we're watching right now is a big-time play. The play in the corner of the end zone was a big-time play. What a great weekend by him.
The 23-game road losing streak is history. How does that change
Thank goodness, huh?
the mind? Yeah, absolutely. How does it change the mindset of your team with some big road games ahead this season?
Well, I think maybe the biggest deal is just to put it behind us and not have to answer those questions and not even have to think about it anymore. You know, it's just now we get to go play rather than having that hanging over our heads. And, you know, our guys, we try to insulate them a little bit, but it's always, they hear it, and it's the background noise can affect them, and it's nice to have that go away.
Nice to be above 500 heading into October.
Yeah, you know, as I've said, and you and I have talked many times, it's time for Rebel fans to have some fun. And the last few weeks have been a lot of fun after, you know, a tough start against 2 big-time programs. You know, people were giving us up for dead outside of our circle, and it's fun to be at 3-2 and charging into October.
We're just starting fun here on the Reb Zone. Up next, the Rebel players are going to react to the big win. Coach Houck will also talk about what the emphasis will be during the bye week. Plus, big news coming out of the Las Vegas Bowl this week. We're going to tell you why this game is secure for the next several years. Back at the Zone in just 2 minutes.
You're watching the Reb Zone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Moving forward and gaining momentum and knowing that we can actually win on the road. And it's just monumental for our team.
Oh, that was big. I feel like that was real big for like the confidence of the team. And I feel like that was the biggest part to letting us know we can go on the road and win and beat a team regardless of the points we have to put up for the defense. I feel like it's even. Sometimes they do it for us, and today we had to do it for them. But I feel like that was big for the team's confidence.
It's a great feeling. It shows that we've grown up as a team, and we're in a different place than we were in the past years because we're able to come through in a tough situation like that with that game, that first half going back and forth. You know, it's hard to say if we would have been able to do that a couple years back.
You talked a little bit about the swagger earlier and the confidence of this team knowing that they can go out on the road and win those big games and come back after digging a hole. You can see it in their eyes this year. It's something that we haven't seen in the past few years here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a more mature team, a more talented team, and you know, they know it. They've kind of been there and done that, and now when the wins are coming, it builds upon itself. And now the key is for me to make a point that, hey, we didn't win the Super Bowl or something now, guys. We won 3 games in a row, and we got to refocus and get ourselves back to work.
Good time to have a bye in the schedule, or would you rather, with the momentum going right now, go out and play again next week?
You know, we're pretty injury-free, so for the most part, we got a few guys banged up that we'll get back. But it wouldn't hurt us to play this weekend, certainly. But you know, we use the week to get caught up academically. You know, this week after week stuff takes a toll on the guys in terms of their schoolwork, so we'll use that to get caught up. We'll get out and do a little recruiting and see some high school games, and then we'll get some work in on the practice field, some things we need to improve on.
Obviously, you get 2 weeks to prepare for Hawaii, who actually put up a good fight last night against Fresno State. So you have some new wrinkles probably to look at in terms of how you're going to attack them.
Well, we do. We'll have a chance to change some things. And, you know, as I said, New Mexico did a nice job of tinkering with things on their open date, and we'll do some of that for Hawaii and give them some new looks and hopefully cause them some problems because they did storm back against Fresno last night.
Well, you know, it's never too early to start talking about the College Bowl season, and there was some exciting news coming out this week about the Las Vegas Bowl. Royal Purple Lubricants was announced as the title sponsor for at least the next 3 years, making it the Royal Purple Las Vegas Bowl. Each year, a team from the Mountain West Conference and Pac-12 go head-to-head. A 6-year extension with the Pac-12 was also announced. Now, tickets for the game are already on sale, and the event has everyone, including UFC President Dana White, fired up.
$250 million impact this thing has. These are people coming to Las Vegas that wouldn't have come to Las Vegas, but they're coming for the bowl game, and it affects everybody that lives in this city.
We are a city of entertainment, and we have a lot of things going on each and every weekend that most cities don't have. So we want to make it a good event, and we know we have a good event that if you don't come to the Strip, we have a quality entertainment value for your family to come out, see two college teams that you probably normally wouldn't see, and see Sam Boyd with all the pageantry, and just it's a good entertainment value to come out, something different in Las Vegas.
This year's game is Saturday, December 21st at 12:30 in the afternoon over at Sam Boyd Stadium. The Mountain West has tie-ins to 6 different bowl games. Up next, he's been the foundation of the UNLV running game for the last 4 years, and now he is on the verge of breaking a 40-year-old record. We're going to profile senior Rebel running back Tim Cornette. Find out that the only thing he wants more than records is something a little bit different. That's straight ahead in the Reb Zone.
You're watching the Reb Zone Sports Show on Fox 5.
The Rebels have a 3-back rushing attack this season with Tim Cornette, Shaquille Murray-Lawrence, and Adonis Smith all getting significant carries. But it's Cornette who is seen as the catalyst. With 179 rushing yards last night, Cornette now has 2,947 for his UNLV career. That's second all-time and just 202 yards short of the all-time Rebel record. His 3 rushing touchdowns last night also moved him into second on the all-time UNLV list. Cornette is quietly becoming the best UNLV has ever seen.
They call him Timmy Touchdown, and at some point this season, senior Tim Cornette could become UNLV's all-time leading rusher.
Oh, it'll mean a lot. It'll mean the world to me.
The Texas native has seen his production increase in every year as a Rebel and is on pace to top a UNLV record that's been in place since 1974, when Mike Thomas finished his career with 3,149 yards. But the record is not forefront on Cornette's mind.
I don't think about it till after I see how many yards I have and like look at it and stuff like that. I don't think about it till after, but as the game's going or before the game, I don't never think about it.
Even more impressive is the fact that Cornette has only lost 1 fumble in his Rebel career. Reliability and speed that gives the offense a ball carrier where any play can turn into a game breaker.
He's got the ability to go the distance. He's got great top-end speed, so if he does get into the open field, he's really hard to catch.
Cornette is part of a trio of running backs getting significant carries this year and has helped the Rebels become a run threat. And with that success comes the chance for Cornette to go out a winner.
Definitely get some wins. It's much more important than having a record. You know, like whatever they need me to do, whether it's catching the ball out the backfield or running the ball out the backfield, I feel like the record will come and it's just in due time.
Goal number 1 is a bowl berth. Cornette knows if that happens, the record likely comes with it. A possible dream ending to his UNLV career.
Oh, that'll feel real good. I'll be on top of the world.
So you only have 2 senior starters on offense, Caleb Herring and Tim Cornette. How important is to have that senior leadership?
Well, it's nice to have veteran players in key roles for us. It's you know, we've talked in this show tonight about some new ground we're covering. That's kind of new territory for us too, to have veteran senior leadership or junior leadership on our team, and they're doing a good job. And obviously, our 2 guys from North Shore High School in Houston last night, and Cornette and Devontae Davis had big nights for us.
Now that you're getting leads here, the reliability of Tim Cornette, having only lost 1 fumble in his career, it happened last night, but to have somebody like that who holds onto the ball is important.
Well, it's protecting the football is the #1 priority for our running backs, and if they don't do that, they can't play, and they all understand that, and Tim's done an awesome job of that throughout his career, and we expect that to continue, obviously.
Right, we're not done yet. Up next, we're going to have some final thoughts from Coach Houck and the Rebel Plays of the Week. But first, here's a look at how other teams in the Mountain West did this week.
You're watching the Reb Zone Sports Show on Fox 5.
So the Rebels go into the bye week 3-2. They lose the first 2 games, but you've won 3 in a row. This team really is right where you thought, a lot of people thought, and where they should be right now.
Yeah, I think including maybe first and foremost the guys in that locker room, and they've been very persistent, very determined that they're going to turn the thing around, and we've had a complete change in culture in there. They are hardworking, they're tough, they're good guys, they really enjoy each other, they love football, and it's just a fun group to be around. It reminds me of the good teams I've been around.
Well, it was a lot of fun. We love doing the games when they win and the shows right afterwards. Remember, the Rebels are off next week in their first bye of the season, but the Reb Zone will be back as we recap the first 5 games of the year with Coach Houck and look ahead to the Hawaii game. Thanks for joining us. We leave you with some of the Rebel football plays of the week from the Road Warriors.
Let's go, baby!